Thank everybody for being here for the groundbreaking of the largest improvements in Lafreniere Park since the opening of the park more than 30 years ago. So this is really a great day. The beginning, but also the culmination of a tremendous amount of work by a number of people. Before we get started, we'd like to open everything as we do here with the Pledge of Allegiance. Senator Kirk Talbot, would you mind leading us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
First off, for those of you who are watching, and one of the interesting developments that has happened since COVID is while we have groundbreakings like this across the parish that never have as many people in person, now because of COVID and the manner in which our PIO office, our Public Information Office, Justin, Catherine DeLeon, Gretchen Hurt, what they've done to increase virtual participation has allowed tremendous number of viewers to participate and constituents to participate in exciting events like this. So I'm not talking just to the people here, but those of you who are watching and joining us today that way. I'd like to start by acknowledging the elected officials who are here. Parish President Cynthia Sheng, who I'll talk about in a moment, and has played an instrumental role in this project and why we're here today. Also Senator Kirk Talbot, who led us in the pledge, State Representative John Ilk, both of those gentlemen represent the area that includes the park at the state level. Councilman Ricky Template is making a grand entrance as we speak. That there is an RV, Clark. But Councilman Template's here, and I'm really glad, and we waited for him to get here because I'll be frank, and I'll say it again once he's here, his contribution to this cannot be overstated. So those are the elected officials we have here today. What are we here for? We're here for the groundbreaking of the first tournament quality soccer complex in Jefferson Parish, frankly in the greater New Orleans area. This will be the first AstroTurf, artificial turf soccer complex in the greater New Orleans area. This is huge for our area. We are here with and it represents not just the development in terms of soccer, but the concept of public-private partnerships, which has been something that was a platform upon which I ran for this seat, a platform upon which we believe the future of Jefferson Parish will stand as we go forward to get positive things to happen for this parish. What we did, this is the culmination of stakeholders meetings that took place immediately upon my taking of office, and for the next 6 months, we reached out to the community, not just people from the Soccer Association that's been here for almost 40 years, okay, starting out as Lafreniere Soccer, then Chicago Fire, now Louisiana Fire. It's all ancestors of the original Lafreniere Soccer Association, which has been an institution in Jefferson Parish as long as JPRD, frankly, okay, or pretty close to it. What happened is we reached out to the community. We had stakeholders from all across the community, from real estate investors to real estate personnel to marketing consultants, the Chamber of Commerce, all sorts of different walks of life, and determine what are the priorities that we need to achieve to make Lafreniere Park reach its full potential. Everybody's heard me call it the jewel of Jefferson Parish. Well, we've got to polish that jewel, okay? We've got to make it better. And the universal response from that stakeholders group was that if we want Lafreniere Park to reach its potential, having a tournament quality, first-class soccer facility here is critical, is essential to not just Lafreniere Park, but to the parish as a whole. So the next step was paying for it. So we went out and did the analysis. Thankfully, we had partners in Myers Engineering, Ray Hartley, who's here on behalf of them, who was instrumental in helping make that happen from the technical side. We have the representatives of Lafreniere Fire, of Louisiana Fire here representing their interests. We got everybody together and tried to figure out how we could make it work. Mario Bazile, Recreation Director, from the time he stepped in, came in and said, what can we do to commit the resources from the parish recreation budget to make it happen? So they contributed and are really covering the lion's share of this. But we had about $1 million shortfall, okay? $1 million shortfall that could only be made up if there was private investment into the facility. Louisiana Fire has stood up. So I said this is a public-private partnership. Roughly $1 million being paid by the recreation millage, the recreation department, Parish President Lee Sheng and Mario Bazile, the director, authorizing that. Another part of it is what's called the parks millage, which candidly had almost never been used to truly fund this park. I have the ability to stand here and thank then Councilwoman Lee Sheng, who immediately said whatever she could do to help commit the resources from that park millage to this park, she was committed to, and she helped make that happen. But then, and this is why we waited, Councilman Ricky Template, who now represents this park as an at-large councilman, but at the time he did not. He represented District 1, which is an entirely West Bank district. Without his commitment, without his vote, without his commitment to this park, I can promise you we would not have over $1 million of funding in this park to make this project happen. So that's why I waited, because we would not be standing here today without Parish President Lee Sheng, who was councilwoman then, and Ricky Template, councilman now at large. Without their support, I'm telling you right now, we wouldn't be standing here doing this. But then the last piece of the puzzle was Louisiana Fire stepped up and committed $1 million to this project. $1 million, okay? That is no light lift. That is the real thing. That is private commitment to a public facility. And while, look, we look at our recreation facilities that need help, we have never in Jefferson Parish history had a private entity willing to contribute and step up to the plate in that manner, with that seriousness, with that heavy of a financial commitment. But because of that three legs of the stool working together, we're about to have literally the jewel of the parish and perhaps jewel of the state that is going to be perfectly designed, well within budget, I'm sure, Myers Engineering, and and undoubtedly the envy of our peers in Orleans Parish and everywhere all around. So I'm proud to be here today. I think I've given thanks to most of the people involved. Leo Webb, Assistant Director of Recreation. I mean, I feel like half of my job is to thank Leo because, like I said, he does what I call elephant hunting. He doesn't handle the small projects. He only handles the major problems and challenges, and he delivers every time. If he would stop being good at it, he probably wouldn't get asked to help so much. But Trip Rabelais, our director of Lafreniere Park, whose contribution to the park has been extremely noteworthy since the day he took this job, has saved us roughly $700,000 in construction already in projects in the park. And so if you can save us about $800,000 on this one, Trip, I think everybody will be happy. I'm sure you're capable of it, no problem. And the contractor Geosurfaces, who will absolutely be doing this job within budget. But we're happy to have them because what we're going to have as a result of their work and their expertise is a facility that will be nationally certified by FIFA, which I've learned. I may be built like a soccer ball, but I've never kicked one. But I've learned is the national organization that certifies fields like this and determines whether or not they are nationally competitive. We will have thanks to Geosurfaces' work and the contribution we're making, we will have a nationally certified, preeminent facility right here on this facility. So without further ado, Parish President Lee Sheng, I don't know if you have any comments or and Councilman Template thereafter.
I'm just honored to be here this morning to really congratulate Councilman Impastato. You can see his passion with this park, and he has been that way since he really got on the council. Not just this park, not just this field, but the entire neighborhood, from the housing to David Drive to the whole corridor. He didn't just take a little swing at it; he just took a big swing at this whole region. And this is a great day to introduce this new field. I spent many years of my life right over there every Sunday morning playing volleyball with a group of friends. And it was a great time in my life. My kids were little. We would bring little little bicycles, and they would ride around. And this is the beginning of many, many memories for thousands of families. When you raise your children and you're out there watching your children, that is an incredible time of your life when it's past you, you miss it and you look at it fondly. And that's what I look at when I think about this. This is the beginning of so many wonderful, good times for people in our community. I want to recognize Mario Bazile and Trip Rabelais. Trip is the director of our park. Mario is our recreation director. Incredible new ways of thinking, new sports, new ideas, coupled with new amenities. And really, recreation is on the verge of really taking it to the next level. The park that we'll have, the John Alario Complex, on the other side, on the West Bank, coupled with LaSalle Park, is going to bring national tournaments. This amenity here is going to bring tournaments like we've not seen, a level of quality that we've not seen. So this is just another piece of how strong our recreation is going to be in the next couple years. We're just really getting started. So I also want to thank, and Councilman, thank you for recognizing all our departments. You know how hard they've worked this year. We certainly appreciate the recognition. So as well as our parkways, our general services, and all those people who are able to bring ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings to you. So congratulations. Louisiana Fire have been here since the 1970s, a partnership like no other we're about to embark on. So I look forward to being here and being a spectator. I'm not playing soccer. I've never been a soccer player, but I certainly look forward to the future games. So congratulations.
Councilman Temple? No. Now I'd like to introduce the representatives of our partner, our private partner in this project. So Louisiana Fire, their president, Nick Dana, who's been working with us over the last 3 years to make this happen. Mr. Dana?
Thank you, Dominic. Today is a great day for the youth of Jefferson Parish, for Lafreniere Park, and for our community. As Dominic mentioned, my name is Nick Dunn, and I'm the president of the board of directors of Louisiana Fire Soccer Club. Our organization is the oldest and largest nonprofit soccer club in the state of Louisiana. We began providing soccer programming over 40 years ago in the early 1970s. Our organization was first known as Willowdale Soccer Association and ultimately became Lafreniere Soccer Association when this park opened in the early 1980s. After Hurricane Katrina, our club rebranded as Louisiana Fire Soccer Club, and we merged with several other clubs in the greater New Orleans area. Today, our mission is to educate the youth of our city through the game of soccer. We believe sports are an invaluable tool in a child's personal and social development. Sports build confidence, discipline, and character in children as they face adversity and look to overcome it. We exist to provide all children an opportunity to learn these lessons in a fun, positive, and safe environment. Our board of directors, our staff, and our coaches work tirelessly every day to make our mission a reality. When I think about this project, it has numerous benefits. First, for the children of our community. Each year, thousands of kids ages 3 through 19 play in our soccer programs. This project will allow us to provide additional programs for even more children. Second, for Lafreniere Park. I grew up playing in the park almost 35 to 40 years ago. Soccer's been one of the most meaningful contributions in my life. Each year, our organization hosts 4 tournaments that bring hundreds of teams and their families to Lafreniere Park. This allows people from across the state and the region to enjoy Lafreniere Park and allows us to generate funds to maintain and improve the current soccer fields. Third, for the community as a whole. This project will attract additional games, additional leagues, and additional tournaments to the park. All of these will have a significant economic impact for Jefferson Parish and for our local businesses. In closing, I'd like to thank Councilman Impastato and his team, Parish President Cynthia Sheng, and all the members of the Parish Council. I'd also like to thank JPRD, specifically Mario Bazile and Leo Webb, for their cooperation and partnership, as well as Park Director Trip Rabelais. We very much look forward to working with you to utilize this facility to advance our mission of educating our youth through the game of soccer. Thank you.
And with that, just one final comment to give an idea of the magnitude of what's going on. This is a $2.37 million project. We're going to have artificial turf fields, lighting for the entire complex, and it's going to take less than 6 months to be finished. And in addition, I left something out. As part of the contribution of now Director Mario Bazile, part of what we're going to be able to use, thanks to the lighting effort that and the finances of that being provided by the recreation millage, this is also going to house some of our youth rugby tournaments and rugby games. So this is going to open up so many different opportunities for our kids. And to give you an idea of the magnitude, we have tracked this and we have done the research. This park gets roughly 26,000 people on average a week here. Okay? About 10,000 of that is connected to Louisiana Fire and Lafreniere Soccer. So we've got an opportunity here to impact roughly 10,000 people a week in this parish. There's not many projects that we can say have that kind of magnitude parish-wide. So without further ado, let's grab a shovel and break the ground.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay.
Good?